Hello and welcome back to March Payne's Midlife Dolly Crisis. We are almost in December, which means traditionally I will be opening an advent calendar. I say traditionally as if I've been doing it since, Dickens's time, but that's not true. It's basically been since I've been on YouTube. Every December I will open an advent calendar. Today I'm going to be kind of explaining what I'm going to be doing in December because it's going to be slightly different to how it has been in the past. So the first thing is, normally I would open a Barbie advent calendar and normally it would be a Playline one. I've opened, I think, 2 sort of general Barbie advent calendars, 1 colour reveal and also 1 cutie reveal one. And that was fine. And basically with the kind of the general Barbie advent calendars, they release a new one every 2 years. So this year was the year to release a new one, and they did do. And I was excited to see what it was going to be like, and then I saw it and I thought, no, I can't buy it. Only because the quality seems to have gone awful. You don't get many pieces of clothing in this one. I think you get like 4 or 5. The rest of it is kind of plastic crap. But she's got a painted on swimsuit, which they've never had before. Only the colour reveal ones have had them. And I think the cutie reveal one did as well. But it's not great. So yeah, so essentially, because of that and how much it would probably cost and the fact there's so much plastic stuff in it, that's the reason I'm not going to be doing a Playline Barbie advent calendar this year. So because I'm not doing that, I thought this year I would make my own. So I've basically got a made-up calendar, which is in this bag here, in this tote bag. And I will show you this stuff that I've got behind me in a second, sort of close up. So I have seen other people in the past opening sort of homemade advent calendars. I know that Claire, who makes things, had done one last year, and I watched that and enjoyed it. I think the majority of the stuff she'd actually purchased for the advent calendar, and it was kind of Christmassy stuff, which was cute. And also Ellie Nefrit had also made hers, and I think the majority of stuff that she had in hers, she'd made herself. So as she'd made it, she'd put it into the drawers that on the advent calendar that she had, and she opened them kind of daily. So the stuff that I've got is essentially items which I've purchased over the last few years and just never gotten around to opening. And I think that's the problem. I think when I buy doll clothes, I'll be excited to get them. And then, got them, and I'd put them to one side, and I seem to forget all about them. So this is, the ideal opportunity to be able to show them off and get them on some dolls, really. I was also very lucky because I was looking on eBay, basically, to try and find an alternative advent calendar to a Barbie one. And I managed to find a very cheap alternative, which could be a disaster, but I literally paid £14. I think £14 68p for it. That was including postage. But yeah, it seemed like such a bargain. I'm not... my hopes are not high, but I know that generally you only really enjoy watching me if I'm giving out about something. So yeah, that's the reason that I've got that one. And the other calendar I'm going to be unboxing is a 12 Days of Christmas one. And that will be in a collaboration with Kim over at the Dolls, the Witch and the Wardrobe. So look, without further ado, let's have a closer look at this stuff. So here we go. So these are basically the advent calendars I'm going to be opening this year. Let me move the reindeer out the way there. So firstly, let's talk about this. So this is a 12 Days of Christmas Barbie calendar. Now this one is from 2023. I'm going to be basically opening this in collaboration with Kim over at the Dolls, the Witch and the Wardrobe. She has got a 2024 12 Days of Christmas Barbie advent calendar. So we're going to basically be doing sort of alternate days. We're both going to be opening the first window on the 1st of December. And then after that, Kim is going to be opening her second window on the 2nd. I will be opening my second window on the 3rd. But basically, we're going to be alternating the days. So if I don't have a video for the 12 Days of Christmas, she will have one. So yeah, so that will start on the 1st of December. We're going to be using the hashtag 12 Days of Christmas Barbie. And basically, we're kind of calling it 12 Days of Christmas Barbie Alternating Advent, because that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be alternating between the days. So that is that one. So then I've got these two left here. So this basically is a very cheap calendar that I bought off eBay. It's 24 days countdown to style fun. I guess we'll be the judge of that. So I don't know what the quality of this will be like. They did have an image and it did show quite a lot of clothes, but obviously the clothes might be like kind of like paper material. I don't know. And I'm not sure what the doll will look like. She looked very pretty, but she did have the clothes on, so I'm not really sure. So yeah, my hopes are not high. However, I'm sure there'll be some bits at least from this that we can use on other dolls perhaps, even if this doll turns out to be, you know, not great. So that is that. Along with this one, I'm also going to be opening this, which is my attempt at a homemade advent calendar. So this is basically clothes. It's doll clothes. Some of them are complete outfits. Others, I think I've kind of cobbled stuff together and just wrapped them together. If you can have a look in there, it's basically got lots of different wrapping paper. That is because I've kind of coded it so I don't open stuff for the same doll 2 days in a row. So I've got Barbie stuff, I've got Cindy stuff, I've got Ken stuff, I've also got Blythe, and I've got a bit of stuff for sort of Elwyn and Nima size dolls as well. So that is that one, and again that is going to be 24 of those. So in the same video that I'm doing this, I will also be opening this. It's only going to be this one that is getting a separate video, only because I'm doing it with Kim and it's every other day. So that is essentially what is going to be happening. So I hope you will join me for this. It's been fun in the past. Hopefully it will be fun again. If you're doing an advent calendar as well, please drop it in the comments down below, and I'll try and compile a list and put it in the description box of the advent videos as well. If you've enjoyed this video, and to be honest, it's not really much to enjoy, is there? But give it a like, please. It's nice. It's, you know, it's that time of year of giving and stuff like that. So feel free to give it a big thumbs up. Feel free to share the video. And I will see you when all this starts to kick off on December the 1st. So until then, take care. Bye.